We had barely finished with the Osimhen outburst and the whole back and forth, and then it just hit us yet again. Bonuses for the Super Eagles have not been paid just yet. Goodness me, this is one mountain that we have stayed on for years now, and come on, it's 2025, 2026. So let's get to the heart of this. We're joined on the program by the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Mr. Shehu Diko, joins us virtually on the program today. Mr. Diko, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to always be with you.
Well, so what we hear from the camp of the Super Eagles is not cheery at all. We understand that they say they will not be traveling to Marrakesh if they do not get payment for the matches they have played. We understand the match against Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, and Mozambique. They've not gotten the bonuses. Mr. Diko, not again. What exactly is playing out?
Well, I don't know where to start. You know, at times I don't know, the way we report these things at times is a bit complicated things for everybody. Let me just take you through the, first and foremost, I tell you the team trained yesterday, definitely. The team will be traveling today, definitely. But yes, let me give you the timelines of how the issues work. First and foremost, I must tell you that Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, duly approved the budget, special budget for the AFCON as far back as November 14, 2025. But approving the money, we always say that is different from getting the money out. So it takes a time for the money to be processed, through finance, through Office of Accountant General and CBN and stuff like that. So that is done. But what we did is that, if you recall that before the start of the tournament, we show that all the promises made to the players as per the houses, the land, and everything by the president were delivered to the players in camp. And after that delivery, we held a meeting with the players, myself, the NFF president, the board chairman of the Senate and the House Committee, and some other presidency representatives, where we agreed clearly on the bonus timeline, the bonuses for the players for the tournament. Well, what they are getting for the first round, group matches, what they are getting for the second round, and what they are getting quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. All that was agreed. And clearly the players requested that whether they could get some of this in cash, and they were told it's not possible. These bonuses are not paid in cash. They have to pay through the banks. That's the normal procedure. That's what they have been paid. The only ones they agreed to be paid in cash are the daily allowances and some other bonuses that were given that will be paid in cash. But the other ones, matches and stuff like that, will be paid through the banks. And the players know that they are not paid match by match or by match or whatever it is. No, it's a tournament of 1 month. As you progress, bonuses are processed through the normal channels and get the players to be paid. So as of yesterday, I think by the 5th of January, the bonuses required for the first round are already at the CBN being processed to be paid to the players' account, and the players knew that. They have been given the mandate at the CBN, it's being processed. All the daily allowances have been paid in cash, the way it has been agreed. So, but that's normal. The players will be asking, oh, when is the alert coming? When is the alert coming? It's normal to do that. But I don't think any player went out to make a statement or to say this. It started from the usual speculation of what is happening in camp, questions and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the players, I think, will start getting their alerts maybe today, tomorrow, as agreed for the first round matches. As they play the second round, the quarterfinals, for the semi-final also, they'll get the alerts for the 2 matches. That is how this is paid. So it is not like they're being paid match by match or whatever it is. So there shouldn't be any issue at the end, clearly, I can tell you.
So Mr. Diko, if we understand you very well, you're saying the players did not protest in any shape or form, because we heard stories about them not willing to travel and all that. So let's be clear on that first.
No. They did not train yesterday. They trained yesterday, and they're going to travel today. There's always conversation behind the scene within the players, the officials, and everybody like that. But when, like, our media friends, some of them or whatever it is, they always want to break news and say, oh, they want to do this, creating tension in the camps. Remember, even before the tournament started, somebody went and wrote somewhere, oh, the coach is being owed this, and the next thing is all over the place, and another embarrassing moment, and stuff like that. Yes, there are always, these issues are always a conversation when you're in camp with the players. And I'm sure the NFF, the Sport Commission, the presidency are doing all that they have to do. You can see even the Minister of Finance, State is involved, the CBN are involved trying to get this funds paid. But fundamentally is that the monies for this AFCON are approved and are in process within the right channels. So it's just a matter of when and how they will arrive. So
yeah.
issue of that they are being owed and that I don't think should be like the question, because the players know that this money will always come.
What else? My question actually, because I needed that clarity, because it's almost becoming, embarrassment is almost becoming like a rite of passage. But I'm happy you're putting this out there, and we'll hold you on to the fact that this is the true position of things. But at the core of it is also the issue of trust between the players and the management team, or the managers of our sports, as far as this is concerned. So events like AFCON or World Cup are not just, they're not eventualities, they are planned for many years. So is there a way the management in collaboration with the government can work such that this doesn't arise, whether by speculation or by fact, such that as soon as a stage is done, the boys get the alert?
Yeah, of course. I tell you, that's a process. The first stage was done. By the 5th of January, the papers are already at the CBN to pay for the 3 matches. It's there. The records are there. But I can tell you, it's because to resolve these issues, that is why the president, I've said this severally in several fora, the president late last year made some approvals to restructure the way sports funding, public sports funding are done, to avoid this kind of issues, because there could be always delay. I keep saying it, you cannot fund sports the way you fund, for example, you are paying contractor or something like that. If you don't pay a contractor today, for example, the best you could do is just for him to wait, and then until when you pay, they continue work, and then they can come and ask you for variation and stuff like that. But sports is timely. So Mr. President make a decision to say, look, we have to make sure we create a system where we resolve this. So he made 3 directives. Number 1, he directed that, look, the budget office and the finance and everybody should work with the sport authorities and ensure that at least adequate funding to cover these competitions and everything are put in the budget. And then he made the second directive that says that from 2026, once the budget is agreed, is passed by the National Assembly, the day Mr. President signs the budget, all funds due for sports should become immediately due and should be released and kept in an escrow or whatever it is, so that there will be no delay. Sports trying to get money the same way they're paying contractors. So that's basically what it is. So these changes are coming on board, and I think from 2026 to be easier. But this issue that we are talking about is just the normal conversation between players and officials. Oh, when did this Balabalamu come in? You know, the players always laugh about it. They always want to get, they're like laborers, for example. They always want to get paid as quickly as possible or whatever it is. But they know the money will come. They know nobody delays their money. They receive their money through their accounts. It's not about anybody carrying cash to go and pay them and what have you. So that's basically what it is. But at least from the changes Mr. President have instituted, going forward, we will get these things please more strengthened, so to make it much easier. But you can give credit to Mr. President. He approves all this AFCON, whatever it is, a month before the AFCON starts. But it has to go through the normal process, finance, accountant general, CBN, and stuff like that to come. And the money will still not come in bulk. It should come at the stages it's being progressed. So basically, that is it. But I don't think it reached a level where we see all the headlines yesterday blowing up everywhere and what have you. The players train. The players are traveling today. Yes, the players are asking, when is the money coming? That is true. And the money is coming. And we have even made special arrangements to make sure that they were even paid, even the last match that they played will be paid likely today through another arrangement. But what was agreed to give them in cash between us and the NFF and them has been given to them, which is the daily allowances they have received. The special bonuses that have been promised for the goals scored, they have all received that one in cash because they have scored 12 goals. For the first round, every goal is $5,000. For the last match, it's $10,000, and they have all been paid. So I don't think we should focus more on the football than all these distractions.
Well, it's good to know that a resolution is in sight. You did say that they are aware that their match allowances are processed match by match. But, you know, we keep hearing this time and again, and it seems as if the process of processing is not satisfactory to the Super Eagles. Hence, you know, these issues coming again and again. But we hope that what we'll be hearing from this point, giving you assurances, is that they will get their bonuses. Let's get to some other issue now, which according to reports you may have been speaking to in recent times. That is the possibility that, you know, our World Cup hopes are still alive. Is it true that you've been talking, and to the effect that FIFA has not decided on Nigeria's petition against DR Congo fielding ineligible players? And how do you view reports about the morality of this anyway? Because according to the preponderance of views, DR Congo played better during that match, hence they deserve to be at the World Cup.
Well, we want to conclude on the players have always been paid. And you know, whenever they are paid, you don't hear about it. It's when there is a little delay here and there, you hear about it, because there's always people to report that. But so it's never an issue. The players know that, and it's always the normal thing. So that one is just by the way. Yes, football is also governed by rules and regulations. And part of the rules and regulations is people sticking to the rules. So I think the NFF and us, after the Congo match, we look at it, we find out there are some potential breaches, and a detailed complaint was sent to FIFA. It's for them to look at it and make a decision. It's not like anybody not trying to be a sole loser. We have said it over and over again. The World Cup issue is behind us. The focus now is the AFCON. But if there are potential rule breaches, which are also part of the rules, because we have to play by the rules, and we are not talking about ineligible players, we are talking about what we call unqualified players, because there's also a process for a player to qualify to play for a country. If you can, so all those issues have to be decided. And even recently, if you have followed the news, you will have seen that even FIFA have decided similar cases against Equatorial Guinea, against Gabon, even as far as last month against Malaysia, where they were found to use unqualified players, and they forfeited the matches. So it's part of the rules. It's not about being sole loser. We are playing by the rules as Nigeria it is, and everybody has to play by the rules. And if there are breaches, the authorities at the FIFA, they will look at it and they will make a decision. Remember, in 2018, even though we qualified to the World Cup, Nigeria were deducted 3 points, which could have cost us the World Cup because of a mistake of using a player that shouldn't have played the match. So we only qualified to the World Cup because we have 4 points gap between us and the second place. So it's part of the rules. It's not like anybody saying we do on the pitch or we now have to go. No, it's not like that. Rules are rules. It has to be adhered to. The NFF, the Commission have found that there are issues to be discussed, and it has been sent to the right channels, which is the appropriate FIFA body to deal with it, the independent bodies, and they are looking at it. The day they decide it, they will decide either way, and that is it. So we are not fixated about that, but it's with FIFA, and they will decide at the appropriate time. But we believe that the submission made is quite clear, and this allegation has to be investigated about that. Otherwise, anybody can go and get anybody from Brazil, from Argentina, and give them passport in your country, and they play for your country. No, there are rules on that, on how you change your nationality, on how you get the passport, how you play for your country. So.
But do you agree that DR Congo played better than Nigeria during that match, and hence they deserve to be at the World Cup?
The match was decided on penalties. They won the match, so they won the match on the field of play. But it's not about playing better or not playing better. You know, it's about football. One day for you, one day for the other opponent. But that doesn't mean if you play better, even if you use illegal players, you should not be punished. It's not about that. It's about, did you play by the rules? That's basically it. South Africa were deducted points in the same group that we played during the tournament, because they hit a player that was not supposed to play. And that 3 points that they were deducted, if not because of their log, they could have missed the World Cup. Because if Benin had beaten Nigeria in Uyo, South Africa would have kissed goodbye. If Rwanda had drawn with them in South Africa, and then the last match, they could have missed the World Cup. And because of that 3 points that they lost. So it's part of the rules. It's not anything about playing better also. Apply the rules the right way.
So, Chairman, are you renewing the hope of Nigerians that we may just go to the World Cup?
Well, The process of putting the complaints is there with FIFA. The appropriate bodies of FIFA are looking at it. I can't decide the outcome. At the end of the day, they have to decide the outcome. But if you look at the precedences, similar cases have been decided by FIFA, by Court of Arbitration of Sports and stuff like that. So it can go either way. It's a matter of court of law. We have presented our case. They have to present their case to defend it. The people that decided will decide it, and then they see what happens. So anything can happen.
All right. So let's put finality to the situation with the Super Eagles. So you're saying that they have been paid, but they've not received it. When were they paid?
I tell you, the papers were at the bank by the 5th of January for the first round. It's already at the CBN. You can see the statement from the Minister of Finance, where she said that herself and the CBN are working very hard to make sure that this money goes as quickly as possible. It's there out in the media. So that is done. And also, I think the payment for the last match will be received, I think, today. So all that is issue. But what I want to caution our media friends is that all these things is not about sensationalism. I don't think any player came out to speak to any media to say they're doing press conference or they're not playing. Yes, there are discussion within the camp about, okay, when this money is coming, when this is happening, what are you going to do? The players are professionals. They want to win those matches more than anybody else.
And
but when we sensationalize these issues, we will get those issues. But this, I'm sure from today, the CBN has promised they will start getting their alerts. And then definitely for the match against the Mozambique, they will get it today because we have made alternative arrangement to fast track that as quickly as possible.
All right. And you're confirming that they will travel to Marrakesh today?
Definitely. The flight is scheduled to travel. They are leaving camp by 12:30.
All right.
When Nigerian time, and the flight is leaving by 2 p.m. And then they will train in Marrakesh by 6 p.m. definitely.
Mr. Shehu Diko, we have to thank you. Definitely we'll still be speaking with you in the coming days. But thank you for this update. We've been speaking with the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Mr. Shehu Diko, on the issue around unpaid bonuses for the Super Eagles. Thank you for your time once again.
Thank you very much. Let's keep talking about the football, not other things outside the football.
Oh, don't worry. We'll see you on the pitch. We'll see you on the pitch on Saturday, Mr. Diko. And we must win that match. Thank you.
God willing, we get the right result. The players will be motivated, definitely, to deliver. Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, that's one thing that we look to unite us and give us joy. So you forgive Nigerians that they are very passionate about football. Well, we'll take a quick break now, and when we return, we'll talk about security in Lagos State. But there's been this case has been hogging the headlines about a pastor. Well, the Lagos State Police has swooped in. What is the situation with Pastor Kafo and security situation in Lagos State? Well, the Commissioner of Police joins us in a moment, so stay with us.